everyone. I'm Emma,
I'm Isabel,
and we are
the
the
Folklorians,
Folklorians.
and we're two fake librarians who bonded over our love of stories.
Exactly. We're big fangirls here. So, Isabel, how did we get here?
Well, we met at a library, so you can see where the foundations are set up. And we discovered at this library that we were birthday twins, like same day, same year, everything. So that gave us a nice starting point, and our friendship has blossomed. We really bonded at a library conference where we were roommates, and yeah,
And they were roommates.
and they were roommates.
Oh my gosh, we should do an episode someday about our High School Musical chat.
Yeah, that
That
was
was a good time. But anyway, back to the topic.
hmm
We, like Isabel said, we became good friends. And one day that summer, I saw the live action adaptation for How to Train Your Dragon. And it will become very apparent, I'm sure, like throughout this little series, that I have a lot of opinions with live action adaptations of animated movies. And with those opinions in tow, I went to Isabel one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I went and saw this. Freaking sucked. Not everything sucked. I'm not gonna do a disclaimer. It sucked. And I was talking to Isabel about it, and then Isabel brought up
Oh, yeah, I also very opinionated about my live action adaptations, and I feel like we peaked with Cinderella. Like 2015 Disney Cinderella, I think is one of the greatest movies of all time. I love it so much. So I brought that up and then somehow mentioned like a couple other Cinderella movies like the Julie Andrews one by Rodgers and Hammerstein.
I never know. I never know.
Okay.
We'll learn that.
We'll figure it
By the
out.
time we do the episode on that one, we'll
We'll
we'll learn
know.
it.
There's like three of those. Anyways,
Hmm.
um,
I
um,
must have brought up the third Cinderella, the
and-
animated one. I think I must have said
yeah.
it.
So, we kind of were like, oh, haha, we should watch all the Cinderella movies and compare, and then kind of looked at each other and were like, no, actually. And it
Legit.
kind of spiraled from there. A couple days later, we had a whole spreadsheet with like 50 different Cinderella adaptations, and it's been growing ever since.
Uh-huh. And that's just like English ones, like only
Mhm.
English speaking. If you
Yeah,
guys watch more, maybe we'll do all the languages,
yeah.
but
We'll start with ones that we understand, but we can keep going.
we'll just go as far as this thing takes us, I
Yeah.
guess.
It turns out
But yeah.
Cinderella story is like super old. Like there's a story, if you read the Wikipedia page about Cinderella, there's one that's like 1,000 BC in like Egypt or something like that. Like there's something about like losing a shoe and marrying a prince is just this like tale as old as time, honestly.
Apparently, we have all these different adaptations of this story that we both love. So we want
Mhm.
to watch all of these things and kind of talk about it with the world. We discovered that there were lots of things to, like, lots of thoughts that we had. So we figured we could just make it a big fat project and share it with everybody. So that will like go from like Isabel was saying, Roger and Hammerstein, we found like TV specials for the Muppets. I remember something from when I was a kid, a Strawberry Shortcake adaptation, and that was super cute. So there's a whole bunch of things that we'll be watching, and we kind of
Silent
have,
Film, like we're talking like 1890, I think is our oldest
yes,
one. So like over 100 years ago, we've got several.
like lots of random ones that I never would have thought
Yeah.
were a thing.
Hmm.
And we have them sorted into a bunch of different categories as we're gonna like do our little ranking system. we're gonna see how that goes. I mean, it's gonna be like a
Mm.
vibes kind of thing in the end of
Yeah.
it all. But I think we came up with some very fun categories.
Mhm.
My personal favorite is Princely Riz.
Like, iconic.
I
So
am
needed.
a
So
big lover
necessary.
girl. So what'd you say?
It's needed. Like,
It
we need
is
to know
needed.
the best prince, you know?
Honestly, like Kit's eyes in the 2015 Cinderella, I think it just automatically makes him a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Even
No
though they're
spoilers,
contacts.
but
So
that one's gonna be scoring well on
it
Princely
will.
Kiss. And also on my favorite category, which is ball gowns. There's
Yes.
so many pretty ball gowns in all of these because even like the silent films, they do such a good job with like that magical transition into her new dress. So yeah,
It's
we've got
super
a lot
cool to
of
see how like they came up with different like effects,
yeah,
their stuff
yeah,
for all of that.
yeah. I'm excited to talk about those.
Yes. Isabel's our fashionista. She knows how to, she like just out of like sheer will makes like all these clothes.
I
We'll
don't
have to
even know
talk
if I
about this.
made it. What clothes have I made?
You made your Sound of Music costume?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah,
iconic
when
Sound of Music costume?
I aspire to the 2015 Cinderella dress, honestly. Like once I make that, I've peaked.
By the end of this, you will have like a version
Oh,
of it, I'm sure.
maybe that's my goal.
Yes.
Mm,
That, and we can figure out how to make glass slippers.
yes, yes. So as you like, we're gonna be talking about Cinderella. We're also gonna do fun other things.
We just like to talk. We say a
We
lot
are
of
gonna
fun stuff.
try to make a Cinderella glass slipper, and we're gonna be talking about like trying to hunt some of these movies down. Turns out
Yes.
some films are just kind of lost to time, and some are in a vault in some library in England. So
We're trying to get
we're,
it. It shouldn't be this hard, but we're gonna find
yeah.
it.
So some special episodes and lots of adaptations.
Exactly. And I think one of our most exciting categories in our ranking system, besides the two that we mentioned,
Mhm.
is going to be our final category that kind of covers what we thought of the adaptation as a whole.
Mhm.
And it's called So Is This Love? Because the Disney 1950 version, I'm a Disney girl, so that's why I think that would be a fun title. And what were the names of the rankings within that system?
Yeah, so a 5 out of 5 movie is Happily Ever After. Of course, it's love. We love everything about it. A 4 out of 5 is A Lovely Night, which is a reference to that Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. And then 3, we worked hard on this one. This one
Isabel
is
came up
a
with
3, we worked hard on this one. This one is A Dream That You Wish Would Come True, which I think really perfectly captures the like it had potential but it fell flat. So that's our mid tier.
I was so
And then
proud of you when you
what's the
came up
next
with
one?
that. Oh yes, I was happy with this one. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
With the thumbs down.
With this, you have to do the full effect. So hopefully, I doubt we'll be pulling that one too often. Well,
Um,
actually, we have some ones that we had some interesting thoughts.
I think there might be. I mean, we're talking like straight to YouTube specials on here. Some of these.
That's
So
true.
I think
We
there.
found so many weird ones on Amazon
Oh
Prime.
my, there's so many.
Yes, Amazon Prime. I mean, I feel like the weirdest things that I've watched have been found like on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff.
Good job, Jeff. And the last category for 1 out of 5 is Wicked because of our Wicked stepmother. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not because of the Green Lady, but
no. So that is forefront in our minds at this point in time.
it's great. Those were fun.
Mhm.
But that's kind of like the gist of what's going to be going on. We just wanted
Yeah.
to do our introduction, and we have a fun little thesis that we Like there's you explain it. Isabel speaks French, so
I speak only a little French. But I always thought that like most of the Cinderella stories were based off of like the German one where they're like cutting off their toes and stuff. There's a French fairy tale of Cinderella, which is Cendrillon, which we found out as we were researching for this. And we read it and it's super cute. And maybe we'll do its own episode. But it ends with these two morals, which are so cute. And so these are kind of I don't know, like a not a benchmark, but something to keep in mind as we're talking about these and kind of our thesis and our new mottos for ourselves a little bit.
exactly. So we want to share the two. Here's the first one. The first moral is beauty in a woman is a rare treasure that will always be admired. Graciousness, however, is priceless and of even greater value. This is what Cinderella's godmother gave to her when she taught her to behave like a queen. Young women, in the winning of a heart, graciousness is more important than a beautiful hairdo. It is a true gift of the fairies. Without it, nothing is possible. With it, one can do anything.
Mm. And then the second moral is without doubt, it is a great advantage to have intelligence, courage, good breeding, and common sense. These and similar talents come only from heaven, and it is good to have them. However, even these may fail to bring you success without the blessing of a godfather or a godmother.
Isn't that just, it's so charming.
It's so
I think
cute.
it's so cute.
Yeah. It's good to be beautiful. It's better to be kind. And even with all of your kindness and intelligence, sometimes you need a little magic. Come
Oh, why did I do it with my fingers? This.
on.
Yes, a little magic goes a long way.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of what we wanted to do here. This is our little bit of magic that we can share with the world. Some positive, happy vibes. And yeah, so I hope that you all enjoy watching some fun adaptations and our wacky commentaries on it. So I say some out-of-pocket things sometimes, but it's a fun time.
Gonna be awesome. We're so excited about this.
Yes, it's a dream come true. A dream that so much, everybody. We're very excited, and we are the Folklorians.
Bye.
Goodbye.